Hello, and welcome to episode 139 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where I don't want to sound racist, but all stormtroopers look alike. All right, should we get the obvious out the way? Can we talk about Doctor Strange? Because I was just telling Logan and Henry and Kevin that I saw Doctor Strange for the second time in IMAX, like literally 20 minutes ago. But I know you guys like it more than I do.
It's a horror
I really
flick.
enjoyed it.
It's a horror flick in the MCU. I thought it was fantastic. I got Sam Raimi at the helm. I'm biased. I love him. One of my favorite directors. You know, having some awesome cameos in the film. The visual effects are amazing. I love the story. Yeah, I just loved it. Start to finish.
One thing I saw in your review, and I do agree with you, Scarlet Witch is the best part of the entire movie. Like,
Yes.
Everyone should love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's the ultimate villain in this, and she blows everyone away with it. It was fantastic.
No, I'm not like a Debbie Downer or anything. I do like the movie, but I was just a little let down. That's all. Like Logan, you were saying you like the Sam Raimi parts. To me, those are the best parts of the movie, but it's only 20% of the movie. So it's like the part where they're playing the musical notes and he's like attacking with the musical notes. That was really well done. The zombie Doctor Strange, the Sam Raimi moments were like the best parts, but other than that, it's still it's like he's on a leash, you know, he can only go so far. But if they would have given him like full control, I'm like, I think I would have liked it more. But that's just me.
Yeah, you can tell there's definitely some studio interference, I'm sure. They cut out.
With Spider-Man 3, yeah.
Exactly. So if he had full control, it would have been 100% amazing.
And then like the horror aspects that people are talking about, I'm like, I guess it's not enough for me. It's not really a horror movie to me. Even though Elizabeth Olsen, when she comes across the Illuminati, that's very much like Carrie. I thought that was really cool.
She took Black Bolt's mouth away and had him try to talk, and it blew his mind.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was
Bob.
the greatest death. Like, just I saw that happen. I was like, fine.
All right, warning, spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip about 5 minutes. Bob, I don't know if it's just you and me maybe, but like, I don't know what they're doing with Black Bolt. It's almost like Marvel doesn't like Black Bolt.
It's because he's a lame character. No one cares about the Inhumans anymore. Everyone wants Jaws. That's it. They only want the dog. They only want Lockjaw, and that's it.
Yeah, remember the Inhumans TV show? Yeah, it was terrible.
I don't know anything about the characters, so I didn't
Me
really.
either.
Yeah, this was my first introduction.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately it's gonna probably be this the show Inhumans, which was terrible, and just Black Bolt's a good character, just apparently not on screen.
Yeah, definitely.
I was trying to figure out who was playing Black Bolt in there. I didn't know if it was somebody famous or somebody that I'd recognize.
It's a character actor. It's the same guy who did it in the show, I believe.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
But John, did you see the rumor is John Krasinski's directing Fantastic Four?
And that's why he left Quiet Place 3 so abruptly. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Very cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I didn't hear that.
No, it'd be fantastic, Logan.
It'd be fantastic. Yeah.
I thought his
Yeah.
death was pretty cool. How she killed him. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
The
Great
whole-
Reeve ran around.
The whole Illuminati scene was amazing.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
Especially the one character.
I love the aspects from What If. Yeah, like we mentioned, seeing,
Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't watch What If or WandaVision, you couldn't watch this.
I didn't watch What If.
You didn't?
Yeah, I didn't watch What If. I
Oh, dude.
That was
I don't know. My friends said it wasn't that good. They were kind of bored by it.
Oh,
It's
it's so good.
It started off strong and then towards the end it kind of fizzled out. But yeah,
The best ones are the first one. The first one's great. The T'Challa Star-Lord was all right. What was it? The murder
Strange.
mystery one's my favorite one.
Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange one is literally what Doctor Strange 2 was to an extent.
Yeah.
You get to see where that Doctor Strange came from.
Okay.
And then the Marvel Zombies episode was good. I like Paul Rudd when he kept referencing 80s songs. Oh, she's a man eater. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 50-50 on What If, but yeah, the strong episodes are pretty strong. And like we mentioned, it has a lot, a lot of Multiverse of Madness stuff. It was like taken from that episode, really. Just even
Actually,
the
the
look
Captain
of
Carter
the
stuff
characters.
was so cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I mean, it's not the best Marvel movie by all means, but I enjoyed it. But again, me and Logan, Kev, we're all biased towards Sam Raimi, so I'm sure that plays into it too. But yeah, so
Bob, like I know you read all the comics and everything. How was it as an adaptation? Do you think it honored a lot of the ideas, or kind of a sacrificed it?
This went very, how can I put it? This almost felt like it was by the book comic adaptation because there was no true story alone. This was just a hodgepodge of mostly Marvel Plus stuff and loose ends that they wanted to tie up from the movies. I thought it was fantastic. They brought in Claire out of nowhere, which
That was cool, yeah.
she is a huge, like, that's Doctor Strange's
Wife.
Gwen Stacy. That's his Mary
Yeah.
Jane. Like, so her showing up, I was like, all right, the third eye coming up. I was like, okay, this is where he generates his power from after the stone's gone. So I think this was all the loose ends tied up, and then now we're moving forward.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that was in the
that's-
post credits or whatever.
Charlie
Yeah, it's Claire.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
I had to look it up. I'm like, who the hell was that?
She's kind of obscure, but she's very important in the later Doctor Strange run.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I read she was like Mrs. Doctor Strange essentially.
Yeah.
she wouldn't have agreed if it wasn't gonna lead into something larger later on, Doctor Strange 3 or whatever. Yeah.
Well, he kind of agreed really quick. I understand it's Charlize Theron, but she's like, oh, I need you. And he's like, okay. Maybe like,
In all
who are
fairness,
you?
she could pop up and say she needed me.
Charles Xavier. I loved how they played the X-Men theme from the 90s.
Yes. We all loved it. We all had nerd boners when that happened.
He came in the yellow, like just
Yeah.
I like that chair. That chair was cool. So I don't
Yeah.
know anything about the comic, but that chair was cool.
Yeah.
well, that's 92. That's 92 animation right there.
Mhm.
It's the X-Men animated series chair right there.
Even though when he died, he had one of those like Family Guy falls or those Family Guy deaths, like when he was in the chair and he was just, you know.
Armando, you saw it, right?
I did, yeah. I
Okay,
enjoyed
cool.
it. Like I'm just one of those people. Like when it comes to Marvel, I'm very hit and miss. Like especially like the more recent stuff. The shows I like, I'm not gonna say I love all of them, but I do think if you watch WandaVision, it does make you appreciate certain things in it a lot more because. And then I saw some of the What If stuff, and it was good, and I did enjoy what I saw, and I did appreciate the stuff from what I saw of that. I did appreciate how it did incorporate into the story for this. Like in general, I did think like Niall was saying, I think the story it's good, and I mean it was as a whole I liked it, but I do think Sam Raimi, you can tell like they still have to keep it controlled because it's like we gotta make this whole franchise like a thing, and I know they can't do everything. They can't really go too off the track because they already got plans and all this stuff. They have to keep everything consistent. So on some level, I understand that. There's some movies that I think are better because they're controlling some that aren't. I do think that when it comes to the little hormones, those are cool. But like you were saying, it's not the whole movie. It's a very small portion. I think I appreciate it. The one thing I did I like the music. I feel like the music stood out more than a lot of them because I think this was like the first time in like 20 years that Danny Elfman got up. He was. Someone told him, "Hey, Sam Raimi's doing something." He's like, "Okay, time for me to do some stuff with the music." So I thought that did add a lot as a whole to the movie, and I did think that because I do think sometimes when it comes to music, they kind of all blend together. But I did like the little guitar riffs here and there. That was pretty cool to me. I did like that Scarlet Witch did a lot. She as a whole, I do think the one thing that they've been pretty consistent about as a whole is I do think as a character they really did develop her very well. And I think as far as what she was doing, because you were saying she's a villain. I do like that, and that's the way they should do it going forward. At least have some. You don't have to do every character the same as far as the villain, because every way these stories go are going to be so different. But I did like that she was developed enough for. She's doing a lot of stuff that's not good, but and on some level you understood where she was coming from, and that she lost a lot in her life and stuff like that. So it didn't make sense. like at least from her perspective. But even though like a lot of the stuff that was happening in the movie, it was like, okay, yeah, like it's like she was going really crazy, but it made sense.
Yeah.
And I think as a whole, I think what they're doing to Doctor Strange, I think I liked him a lot more in this one than I did in the first one. The first movie, I couldn't get into him at all. I was like, well, he's just a douche to me. And I know that's probably, that was the whole point. Like, he has to grow, hero's journey and all that stuff. He has to, learn how, because he can't use his hands, and then he gets all these powers. Like, and I think in a way, because it's in an origin story, it did help that he actually, he kind of figured, now we don't have to do all that stuff. We just get into the story, and that stuff I like. The stuff that like sometimes I like. How do I say this? Sometimes when it tries to set up other stuff, that's the parts that kind of bug me. And I know that's just the thing. I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I was just like, oh my god, this is more homework I gotta do. Like, I know now none of these things are gonna be singular anymore. Like, they have to set up things for the next movie. Like when the whole thing with Charlize Theron came out, I was like, I don't know what this is. I was like, whatever. And I know we just explained it, but still, I was like, no, I don't really care. I was like, you ended it so good, and I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I felt like the way that it was placed in between like the movie, like I thought it ended in a way where, because I'm so used to watching like old movies, I'm so used to just movies ending, but I know now that we got to do the mid credits and the post credit sequence. So that part I was like, okay, whatever. It's gonna be something that I'll appreciate when they develop it more over time, and in the future movies. But I did think as a whole, I did have a fun time with it. I thought it tried to be a little more playful, even though with the camera and like doing stuff with the fight scenes, at least to kind of make it just more from the other ones. It's still a Marvel movie, 100%. It's not gonna, and I knew that going in, that it was not gonna change anything. They're gonna do, Marvel's gonna do what they're gonna do, and but as a whole, I was entertained by what I watched. I had a fun time with it. If I watch it again, yeah, that'd be cool. Like it has a lot of things in it that, like, set pieces, I thought they did really try hard. Like it was just weird enough where I was like, okay, it at least didn't seem like just another assembly line thing to me. And I mean, if they want to do more with this character, I thought he's developed enough, and I think maybe it's the Sam Raimi thing, because he's really good at actors. Because I've been watching like Sam Raimi stuff just in general for no reason, it's just on streaming or whatever, and like I do kind of see like he's very good with actors, and like give even like the most ridiculous stuff, he can like get them to like be like get into it, and not not even if it's ridiculous, it's like just go with what we're doing. Like I do think he's able to put some emotion even into some of the more ridiculous parts and keep it somewhat grounded. The one part I did thought that I didn't like, and it really stuck out to me, maybe just because I heard something on Twitter. When John Krasinski showed up, I thought that performance was terrible. I hated the way it sounded like they got him for like 5 minutes. He was like, okay, I got to set this up so I can direct my movie. I thought a terrorist or somebody held a gun to his head. But hopefully when they do his own movie, if that's what they're planning to do, I'm sure he's going to do a good job, because he's done better.
Oh yeah, it's the Illuminati of that world, so the MCU
Right.
one of our world will be better, I'm sure.
I like them more than I dislike them. Like, I can't really say I hate any of it, but I'm always like there's always stuff in it that bugs me, and I'll see what they do when they go in the future. But what I liked here, I had a fun time with it. Like, I thought like everything was like working for me for the most part. And again, like you're saying, all this stuff is gonna, when they add up, you'll appreciate all the parts more. But like, I did enjoy what they did here with this movie. Like, I'll watch it again. And, like, if when it comes to like Disney Plus or something, I'm happy to watch it again. Like, I did think like it did enough to be its own movie for the most part, even if it had to connect to other stuff. And I think Sam Raimi did a lot for the little that they let him do to at least make it okay. It was a fun movie. He got to do some stuff to, like, even some of the fights, like the scene with the weird octopus eye thing at the beginning, whatever that was.
Oh yeah.
That part was like, yeah, I like the way it looked. That was pretty cool. Like, I did like those like weird moments, and that's the stuff I want Marvel to play with more. Like, I know we're getting like to the weird space stuff and all this weird, like, that stuff I want to see them do more of, even if like it may not always work all the time, but I want to see them do more, just go crazy with it. That's really it. I think they're getting there, and I hope they can at least be a little more less off the leash about it. But at the same time, I did enjoy what they did with this, and I don't know, maybe they can get they just need to like they just do something in this vein if they kind of keep it this consistent. And I don't let's see what they do next time. But I did enjoy the movie as a whole. I thought it was a good time. It was yeah. That's all I have to say about it.
But I enjoyed it too. I'm not like bashing the movie because I do like it. I just wish it had more Sam Raimi moments. That's all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Armando, what would you give it?
I would give it 4 out of 5. 4. I think a 4 out of 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I give it 4 out of 5. I liked the girl who played America Chavez. That was her name in the movie.
Yeah, America Chavez.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Xochitl Gomez. We had to look up how to pronounce it. But
Yeah, I did it the other day.
it's one of those X names. I had to figure out how to do that. So it sounds like we all, enjoyed it for the most part. Some liked it a little more, but for the most part, it sounds like we're all pretty much saying the same thing. Big winner out of it. Elizabeth Olsen. Sorry.
Get your Olsen's right.
Right. Yeah. I should have said Brie. But yeah, Elizabeth Olsen, I think, especially WandaVision, of course, but like before when she first came on Age of Ultron and all that, it was kind of watered down. She wasn't able to show us what she could do. But then with WandaVision and then leading into this, she's just really been, came into her own in this universe anyway. She was also in Wind River, Taylor Sheridan movie, and it was a good performance with Jeremy Renner in that one. So if you guys haven't seen that, it's worth watching. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they'll do with that character moving forward. And yeah, it sounds like we all enjoyed Doctor Strange for the most part.
Yeah, we all gave it a 4.5, right? All three of us.
Think so, yeah. And
So, Bob, you think we'll get Prince Namor as part of the Illuminati?
Yeah, I think that's what we're getting at the end of Wakanda Forever.
Oh, okay, nice.
This is like the first kind of
earthquakes. Or no, they were talking about weird earthquakes in the water in Wakanda, and that would be Namor.
Oh, okay, got it.
I didn't even catch that. Dang.
It's in beginning of Endgame. They're doing the whole thing, and when they're doing the reporting from Wakanda, they said there's some earthquakes coming from the ocean, but they're going to take care of that, and they go there. So yeah, that has Namor written all over it.
Check out the big brain on Bob.
Good catch, man.
One other thing I want to say though, I thought the kids were better on WandaVision instead of this because I just thought they were better actors. I think Sam Raimi, I don't know, could act with kids a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because when Scarlet Witch shows up, it's almost like Sam Raimi just said, "I'll just throw something at that bitch and I'll film it." They really don't do much.
So yeah, this is the first kind of taste Marvel with horror. So then we're gonna get Blade. So I'm hoping that they just go balls to the wall with that one. Hopefully Werewolf by Night, the storyline. But I guess we shall see.
I honestly don't think so. There's certain characters I don't think should be in the MCU, and I guess we'll transition this to Logan. Blade and Punisher, I really don't want them to water that down. And
I'm a little worried because I finished Hawkeye and Kingpin just seemed out of place.
He did.
He wasn't as like menacing as he was in the Netflix shows.
Right.
Hawaiian
Yeah.
shirt. I know he's part of the comics, the Hawaiian shirt, but
yeah.
Mhm.
And then the reason I said this to Logan, characters that might be watered down, and Bob, I don't know how you feel. I thought Moon Knight was watered down, like as far as the tone goes, compared to the comics, like a lot.
I think I have 2 more episodes left to go, but yeah, he's completely watered down.
Yeah.
But they said it's coming with it's getting a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really?
hopefully they amp it up.
I heard it was done.
I thought it was done.
I thought it was done. Yeah.
I was hearing they kept calling, what was it? Oscar Isaac made sure he said end of, we're done with our season. And people were making
the
a big
season
bet.
finale on like the Disney Plus. It doesn't say series finale.
Yeah, he only signed on for 1 season.
And then not to spoil it, Bob, but at the end credits, it doesn't say Moon Knight will return.
I don't know. We'll see. Then honestly, it might. But you're right. It did say Loki will return.
Mm-hmm. So Logan,
Yeah.
you didn't like Moon Knight at all, you were saying?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it at all. Oscar Isaac was okay in the performances. It just I felt like wasn't invested in any of the characters really. It was kind of boring for me and confusing. I thought the first and last episode were pretty good, but that's about it.
And Bob, are you reading Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the collected, and then I can't do individual comics anymore. Now I'm just hitting as soon as I hit trades, I grab them.
I got Elektra, the Red, White, and Blood. It's really good so far.
Been reading the Wolverine one and
That's great.
Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtle Last Ronin is collected in June 18th. I'm buying that thing hardcover.
Oh, really? Cool. Just wanted to show the cover.
Oh, that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was this? Oh, they did a Winter Soldier versus Kingpin.
Oh.
Who would you guys choose to play Elektra? They put her back in.
Carmen Electra.
Olivia Munn.
Wasn't she Psylocke?
Yeah, and she sucked there too. I don't know if they brought Elektra into the.
They did. Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean Jennifer Garner. I mean, it's hard for you to believe Jennifer Garner would be Elektra. You know, like
No, and the Daredevil when they made her Asian.
yeah. And then in the movie they made her Hitman's. Yeah,
Yeah.
If
they're smart, they don't introduce Elektra at all.
I'm not really familiar with Moon Knight, and I dug it because I love Oscar Isaac, and I thought I think that if that wasn't a comic book show and it was just about a soldier coming home and he was dealing with, I think that would sweep every award show and it would be the talk of the town. You know, everyone loves Marvel, but you know, it's still in some people's minds a comic book show. I think it was just a regular narrative. You know, that would be the most popular thing this year. I loved him. Some of the show was a little slow, but I like the psychological aspect. I'm all into that. But I understand why Logan doesn't like it. And you know, a lot of people I told didn't really care for it either.
No, I really liked Ethan Hawke so far in it.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Just because I don't know how he looks so young on film, and then every talk show appearance he looks like he's 80. I don't know what they're doing with that. But it's ridiculous. Just Google him on his, he was on a talk show promoting Moon Knight while he was filming. It was on Colbert. And he looked like he was 70 years old. Then you get this movie magic on him. All of a sudden it looks like it's right after Reality Bites. It's terrible.
So who looks better, him or Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their daughter's not half bad looking either.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things, yeah.
Yeah, she's from Stranger Things.
She was exactly like her mom.
Yep.
They need to do Kill Bill 3 with her bringing the daughter.
Yeah.
Well, Tarantino always said that he was going to do a Kill Bill 3, but it would be the little girl, Vivica A. Fox's daughter, coming after the bride. Because she said, you know, one day you're going to come hunt me down, and I'm fine with that. Just know, I'd love for that movie to happen.
It was like 20 years ago, so it was like those kids are like in their 20s now.
Yeah,
this would be the time to do it. Although he says he only has one movie left, right?
That's what he says. He's like the Jay-Z of movies. He'll come back.
Or I think that they'll do other stuff like streaming and plays. Like imagine we got Kill Bill 3 on streaming, like a 10-part miniseries.
That's exactly what I want more stuff.
Sign me up for that.
Maybe he's saving it for that.
Because like I think a lot more people would have watched The Irishman had it been 3 episodes.
3 parts, yeah, for sure. That's a long sitting. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Tarantino could go all day too, and watching little hour blocks. It would be cool. I'm there every week.
They would throw a massive amount of money, especially Netflix, since Netflix is in trouble right now.
You know, I think it would be good. He'd be good on Prime Video, Amazon. I feel like The Boys and stuff like that. That'd be awesome for Tarantino.
He tries to do Reservoir Dogs on Broadway or something.
They put The Boys season 3 poster up, or the ads are coming up and the trailer's coming out. I think they said this week. I'm already on board. I love that fucking show.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the animated one yet though.
Yeah, you don't need to see it really.
No. All right.
And I wasn't a fan of the Boys comics, to be honest. I like it way more.
The Boys comics are good. No, this is a million times better.
So Invincible's a better animated comic series then. I haven't seen the Boys one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Invincible's flawless.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really enjoyed that one.
Season 2 needs. I like that they're reaching more obscure books that are actually doing well, because like Invincible was Robert Kirkman's baby before Walking Dead came out. So I like the fact that Invincible is getting all that love.
Mhm.
There was rumors about Chew and Farmhand both getting animated shows, but that hasn't happened. The Goon got an animated show and supposed to get a movie. That hasn't happened yet. There's a lot of good properties out there if they want to continue comic book sourced movies, and none of the ones I'm listing are comic ebook. You know, they're not superheroes. They're nothing like that. It's just different stories.
Well, Bob, I don't know if you read this book. It's probably one of my favorite Mark Miller books. Do you know Nemesis?
Oh yeah, own it.
Oh, okay, good. I have the comics too. That should be an animated series. Can you picture that?
Oh, absolutely. Netflix bought the Multiverse and did Jupiter Legacy,
Mhm.
and then they were supposed to do more. It wouldn't surprise me if Nemesis isn't on the way, but for the first
It's an
time,
animated show. I would watch that.
yeah, they couldn't do that live action.
Yeah. But what would you guys rank the Marvel shows? Moon Knight, I'm sure, is last for Logan.
And yeah, it is. Yeah, I would go WandaVision, Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, What If, Hawkeye, and then Moon Knight. WandaVision being number one.
My list's pretty similar to his. Wanda, Loki, then Hawkeye, then What If, then Falcon, then Moon Knight.
Start from the bottom. Number 5, Falcon. Number 4, Hawkeye. Number 3, Loki. Number 2, Moon Knight. And number 1, WandaVision.
Wow.
Yeah,
Upset. Okay.
For me, number 1 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really like
Yeah,
it.
on
Wow, really?
yes.
Oh, cool.
2 would be What If. I just like What
Yeah,
If.
I think I'm the same one. Yeah.
Oh, we're probably the same then. What's your third one? I'm just curious.
He's thinking. Hold on.
Armando became a meme.
Well, we said that I'm losing
froze.
You're frozen.
connection.
But you look very disapproving of something.
I know.
Yeah.
Look.
Looks like, boy, you better shut up. Yeah, I'm almost dead on with Logan on that one. Moon Knight last just because I haven't finished it, and in that I can't. But last for me, other than Moon, it's Hawkeye. I could not care less about Hawkeye.
Same here, yeah.
But
You didn't like it? It followed the comics though. Remember the artwork and everything?
oh, it did. I just don't like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, just like Logan doesn't like Oscar Isaac. That's why it's last.
Pretty much.
But no, the thing is though, is it would be WandaVision, Loki, but Loki and Falcon are like right there. I loved Falcon Winter Soldier. I thought it was extremely underrated. It set up a whole new, that set up a whole huge thing. So many more storylines coming out of that. I'm really excited for, especially that set up Dark Avengers. The possibility of Dark Avengers. I think WandaVision gave us Doctor Strange 2. What If gave us Doctor Strange 2. Loki's giving us just more Loki, and I thought Falcon Winter Soldiers gave us a introduction to what this new phase could have. Like it could give us Dark Avengers, which would be great, as in, the regular Avengers gave us Dark Avengers are the ones who will legitimately go out there and kill people.
Yeah, I
as
love
doing the noble thing. And that's where you get Kev's girlfriend, Florence. That's where you get just everyone there together. I'm hoping that's where they go.
Maybe with Dark Avengers, Norman Osborn can get his suit back from the Iron Patriot.
It'd be great.
And Logan, you like Wolverine. Dark Avengers had Dakin, Wolverine's son.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good comp. They've always switched up the lineup, but yeah, it was when the Avengers couldn't get something done their heroic way, you brought in the Dark Avengers. Actually, anytime there was a mercenary group of a popular group put out, Wolverine was usually in it.
Mhm.
X-Force, Dark Avengers.
You're so smart.
I am.
He knows his shit.
Yeah, he does.
I like
Loki
Loki
about shit.
Loki, yeah, Ruthie there. I like Loki a lot because it was the trippiest one to me. I don't know. I like the trippy ones. I guess I thought it did a better job of being more psychological than even Moon Knight ended up being. That and WandaVision were trippy, and not only that, but introduced us to the big bad for the phase, Kang the Conqueror. I want to see more of him.
Jonathan
Like, I'm like,
Majors.
damn, I can't wait to see his performance. And if you guys seen him lately, he's jacked to the gills to play. I'm assuming Clubber Lang's son for the next Creed.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah,
that's
he
him.
got
Yeah.
jacked for this role.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's pretty massive.
I didn't even know they were filming it. I'm like, we saw a picture.
Yeah, until I saw that photo. Yeah, I didn't
Michael
know.
B.
Mhm.
Michael B. and him. I'm like, man, they're getting jacked for this movie.
Michael
good.
B's writing this one, right?
Directing it.
Directing it, yeah.
Yep.
But Jonathan Majors, man, he's a good actor.
Jonathan Majors is the man. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Love him.
I've loved him in everything I've seen him in. So yeah, I can't wait to see that character and what they do. You know, he's the Thanos of this phase, so it's going to be big.
No, you saying Thanos just made me think of something. I remember the end of Shang Chi when Benedict Wong shows up. I thought they were gonna do something with Shang Chi and Doctor.
I did too. Yeah, I was expecting to see some characters come over. Yep, but yeah, exactly.
That'll happen soon, I'm sure, but I don't want them to rush anything because Shang-Chi was the little movie that could. I didn't think anyone would care about it. I didn't know how they were going to do it. It was a Marvel property that's always been there, but it was no one liked Iron Fist. I wasn't sure how any kind of kung fu stuff would work its way through any kind of martial arts. And yeah, that movie, I love that movie.
So did I. I went with like super low expectations and I had a blast with it.
Just everything about that movie, I was like, all right, this, it was better than a lot of the movies I thought.
Agreed.
A lot of the Marvel movies that had come out, like there's a lot of really bad ones out there, but
I think in going back to Doctor Strange, I think there was supposed to be an Eternals cameo more than just a little glimpse we got of Kango. Kango, is that his name in the Eternals? I think there was something in Doctor Strange 2 with him, but he was supposed to have a bigger role.
When they were going through like all the different multiverses, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
One of those.
By the way, that scene was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know. That was really cool.
There was also supposed to be a Moon Knight. Moon Knight was supposed to have a thing with Kumail Nanjiani's character. I can't remember, but that's who he was supposed to run into, or something was supposed to be there. And there's a Reed Richards Easter egg somewhere in Moon Knight.
Cool. Hopefully if they filmed anything, they'll release it on the Blu-ray.
I think we're gonna run into Kang really big. I think that's all Ant-Man and Wasp. Like that's when that's when you're gonna get the big bad. I think Thor is gonna get us to almost there, and then Ant-Man and Wasp is when shit hits the fan.
Quantumania. Yeah, didn't they move? I think they moved up Quantumania even before.
Yeah, they switched it.
Switched it with another. Maybe is it Miss Marvel?
Marvel's, yes.
Marvel.
Well, Marvel's got pushed back, and magically now it looks like Nova's going to be introduced in it, which is smart.
Yeah, like from the Guardians game, Nova Corp.
Yeah. If they're smart, they go Reed Richards because he's the most famous Nova, but there is a younger one that they could be going with. But overall, just a badass character. It's trying to think. It could be a pretty good one. That could also be one that they bring in through the kids. They introduce him, have him drop the helmet or something, pick it up, and that's a Disney Plus series is one young Nova takes. Kids want to see. I mean, America Chavez, I didn't think we were going to get, and we're going to start introducing these young kids. Ironheart's coming in and Wakanda Forever.
When's that Marvel show start? The one Disney Plus.
I think that's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
It's a show.
Is it a show? I thought they were doing a movie.
No, Miss Marvel. That's Disney Plus. It starts on. I got it written here.
June. I think
June coming up soon. June 8th. Disney Plus. Miss Marvel.
Oh, then they don't even good. Then we can actually have some nice time because you got to get Photon in there. You got to have. Wait, Ms. Marvel starts.
Yeah, not the Marvels. Not
the Marvels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Muslim one. The girl was a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stretchy one.
Really popular character. I really hope they don't mess it up.
I'm excited for She-Hulk coming out. I think this year or next. I heard it's had some problems. I guess they had to do some reshoots.
It's got the girl from Orphan Black in it. I'm good.
Tatiana Maslany. Yeah, she's awesome. Great actress.
That and Abomination's supposed to be in there. Mark Ruffalo's supposed to appear.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the other day. Like, no matter what we feel about all our opinions on these movies, it's just like the level of quality production on these things on TV. It's incredible. It's like when we were kids. Remember the action sequences in TV shows when we were kids?
like Power Rangers or something. You know? Like the fight scenes, like on a string.
Like zoom in. Like,
Real shitty. Now TV shows now are better than movies. You know, the quality of TV today it's crazy. How great it looks compared to 30 years ago. Even better than movies now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So, what genre director would you want to have direct a MCU movie?
You know, I think J.J. Abrams would have made a better Captain Marvel movie.
Okay. Anyone else?
I've got a few.
That now blew my mind with J.J. Abrams. I didn't even think.
That's the wheels turn now. Actually thinking about that.
I got Nicholas Winding Refn.
That'd be
Did Drive, Neon Demon. Yeah. Weird director, stylish director. I'd love to see him do one.
Have him do what the hell's the motorcycle guy?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Ghost Rider.
That'd be cool.
I wish Edgar Wright stayed.
Yeah.
He was already supposed to be there.
I think some of his ideas stayed in that movie.
Like the man could do some awesome action sequences as well. I mean, Baby Driver alone just.
Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
And I think that Michael Pena's character, Lewis, I think that was an Edgar Wright thing. That seems very Edgar Wright.
Yeah. Oh, always wanted Tarantino to get in it just because of the amount of bloodbaths he likes to do in this. Like, I just feel like that he could have made a Logan movie. You know, he could have made a Wolverine movie.
Yeah. I'd be on board with that.
I made like a dream kind of list, just some names that you'd be like, damn, Marvel movie. Spielberg, Denis Villeneuve, James Cameron, Robert Eggers, Christopher Nolan, Fincher, Tarantino, like you said. Yeah, any of those like
Fincher
huge
would have
names
been really cool
coming in.
too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sci-fi directors, Alex Garland.
That's what. Yeah, that was my mind. Yeah.
Yes, because I love him. Everything he does, TV or movies. I'd love to see him in the MCU.
There was one part in the crappy Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan where Ben Grimm wakes up as the Rock, and he starts freaking out like anyone would. And it makes me think David Cronenberg would be a good choice, but I think he would scale him down.
Yeah. They'd have a hard time holding him back like they did Raimi. He'd be like, fuck off. Him or David Lynch. Him or Lynch. They'd be like, yeah, whatever. They just make their own movie.
How great would a mindfuck movie like Marvel, like, so mindfuck that's usually like even Moon Knight to an extent. Like you throw David Finch at it, like let Finch play. See, you know what I mean? He could make it really trippy. There's going to be a backwards talking dwarf at some point.
Yeah, it's at Twin Peaks.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Be a mind fuck.
Also, Kevin Smith. I know it's a like low hanging fruit, but like after learning, you know, that they canceled MODOK, like that's a character I wish they would have like. I mean, they can't do anything real serious with it, but I really wish Kevin Smith could have written something with Patton Oswalt for MODOK.
Yeah, I could see him doing like a live action. It would have to be something campy though for Smith. Yeah,
like he's got good vision. He's a huge fan of all this stuff. I'd love to see him better. Let him do a TV 14 thing. Let's face it, he likes appealing to the teens. We all liked him when we were young. You know, all of us saw Clerks for the first time. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, what character would you put with Smith? Because I know you know a lot about comics. So what character would you want to that?
Oh, well, that one's DC. Because real quick, DC, I'd give him the Wonder Twins in a freaking heartbeat, just because I want to see what he would do with it. You know what? Honestly, I would love for Kevin Smith to do MODOK just because of the amount of dialogue. Like MODOK can't do much. It's all dialogue, and it's such a fan niche character that he would have to be obsessive about it.
Yeah.
That or maybe Future Foundation. It's the kids from Fantastic Four. They start up a little thing to get all these kids on board. Sort of think of like a little X-Men thing, only it's for, I'd give Smith that.
What do you
Or
think of that, man? X-Men.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. That's what I'd give Kevin Smith.
Okay. What do you guys think will get X-Men stuff in these movies?
Oh boy. Never thought
Like
of
who would direct them?
No, like
X-Men?
what year? You think it's gonna be 2 years, couple of years?
It wouldn't surprise me if something hasn't already filmed a little of, if it just be a scene or two.
Okay.
I don't think they have done anything. I think it's gonna be at least 5 years.
Five
You
years.
think 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with Niall on this. Probably 5 years. I don't think
End of the
anything's-
phase. Maybe it'll be the thing that tides us over
for the
before
next
one.
phase. Yeah, I think they'll be introduced to the next phase. So we'll have some time.
I mean, when they wrapped up with saying phase 4, they did the Fantastic Four thing. It could be 5 and you have Blades come out, but I don't know. It just wouldn't surprise me if they didn't film a little more Patrick Stewart when they had him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may not be around.
He was old.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
gotta film that real quick.
No, we know that Emily Blunt will probably play Sue Storm. Like who would you pick for Grimm and yeah, who would you pick for Grimm and Storm?
I'd pick actually I was talking with my buddy about this. I'd pick John Cena for Grimm just because he's the best pilot,
Yes.
blah blah blah. He
Yes.
has a military look to him.
He has the comedic skill to do like,
Exactly.
Okay. good.
Storm, although he's a little old for the role now, I still go Zac Efron. I know it sounds weird, but I would have Zac Efron be Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
And both of them have great comedic timing against one another, but both can act pretty well on their own. You know, John Cena is not going to win an Oscar anytime soon, but at the same time, he's better than he originally was.
Better than most of the wrestlers who try
Yeah.
acting.
So I think him coming off as a cocky pilot is more than capable, and it is more than possible for Zac Efron to play I got in because my sister's a scientist type kid. Even though I got called kid, he's 30. But I mean, you could go younger, I suppose. But I don't know. But so far, I'm locking down Cena as Grimm. That'd be my.
I like that. Grimm. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
They're saying the guy from Jack Reacher or whatever the hell that show is. I haven't seen it. That big dude.
I
think
could
it's
see
on
that
it.
too.
He was from
I don't
Big
know.
on
He
State.
doesn't have much.
I don't know if he's
charisma,
got the
though, does he?
chops.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
No, it's a good show. I really liked it.
Yeah, he played Raphael in the Turtles. Michael Bay
Did he
Turtles.
really?
Oh, really? Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Raphael. Because he was on some show, I forgot, a podcast, and he was saying that the working conditions on those movies, even for like, stars like him, were terrible. Like they overworked them, they didn't, treat them well.
That Jack Reacher show's kind of a blast.
It's better than Cruise? Better than
Huh?
Tom Cruise's? Better than Tom Cruise's?
I've read one of the books, just one out of the many, but the way this actor looks is exactly how they describe Jack Reacher in the
Not
book.
5'7".
Yeah, they're like his grizzled 5'7" body, stoic. No. It's good though. He's not a phenomenal actor, but
He's good for the role.
he's good. He's good as Reacher. Reacher's just facts and punching people. Which again, that show is great. Who else has a listing for Grimm?
I don't know. That's pretty good. I didn't even think about Cena, but that's good.
All I can picture is Michael Chiklis as him. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's like, oh. I don't know.
The tight shirt on Michael Chiklis. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I could picture Cena doing that. That's a good call. He can do the comedy, and obviously he's big and physical.
And plus, if they do Krasinski as,
They'd play well with each other.
exactly, they'd play off of each other extremely well. You're supposed to have a best friend bond with it. I could see that happening. Now, if they give Emily Blunt Sue Storm, then
Oh, she has it. It's all hers.
it has to be.
It's locked up if it's his movie, yeah, without a doubt.
I'm so excited for Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah. And they know that they know it's important to get it right, since this will be the third movie iteration. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to.
They just
what
need to
happens.
stay away from one thing. They need to stay away from Doctor Doom for the first one.
Oh yeah, no,
That's-
yeah, the Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Mention him as someone within the Baxter Foundation, a big financial backer, but do not bring
Right.
him in.
Lead up to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let him be.
So who
in the
would you
third
bring
one or
in?
something.
See, that's the thing. It'd be an origin story, and it'd be them discovering their powers, taking on little by little with a bigger threat behind it. And that's maybe when you can bring in second credit scene. Victor was affected too, type thing.
Mhm. And then at the very end credit, he's just sitting in a mansion and he's like, I will unleash doom on them. Yeah. Just cuts to black, yeah.
They cut the first one is Doom. Second credit scene, you just see a big helmet in the sky, and we're good. Send me
Oh.
off to phase 4 like that, and that'd be awesome. You
Who
got
would
Doom
you
and Galactus. I'm awesome. I'm good.
Who would you choose for Doom? Someone said I was reading online. Someone said Raul Julia play like he did Bison in Street Fighter.
He's dead, but
No, he's still alive, yeah.
so I guess his schedule's open. I really like the guy they played Doom in the last Fantastic Four from the little bit I saw.
Julian McMahon.
Yeah, I liked him, which means they can't use him because he's already been there. There's a part of me that goes, all right, you got Krasinski, you're getting that basic age thing down. You need someone roughly their age, someone who can chew the scenery, someone who can do a line share work. You could almost think Joaquin over here could pop up as that, but he also has to be this like billionaire. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
We can come back to that in the next episode.
Over
Yeah. Do some fan castings.
Yeah, there you go.
Did everyone watch Firestarter?
No,
No.
All right, you don't need to watch Firestarter.
Nope.
I heard it was closer to the book, but not as much fun as the first one. So I
Yeah,
was told to give it a pass.
It just felt like they cut out a lot of stuff. There's nothing to it. Nobody you get attached to. It's really a short movie. Nothing's on the line. So
Yeah. No
Does-
soul.
very bland.
Yeah, refresh my memory. Didn't the original Firestarter just start off with Drew Barrymore and her dad walking on the highway saying mom is dead?
Yeah, they're on the run.
Yeah, this one they
First-
actually show what happens with the mom.
Exact. Yeah, there's more of a backstory with the mom. The first movie is more flashbacks of like when Charlie's mom was around.
The little girl is good, but just no heart to it.
Was
Yeah.
that front halfway decent? He's been in a couple things I liked as of late. So
Was who?
He's fine. We just didn't buy him as the dad.
Oh, Efron. Yeah. Yeah, he was fine. I don't think there was much to his character. Didn't really have a lot of chemistry with the young girl.
I thought
Like a-
the movie was just boring.
Pretty much sums it up. John Carpenter's score was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I know you'll be buying the vinyl. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
But other than that, I'm like, it's kind of a boring movie. Like Peacock is where it needs to be. Like it's on your Peacock playlist, but it's like way down on the list.
Exactly. It made under 4 million this weekend at theaters too, so nobody saw it.
Yeah.
At least in the theaters anyway.
And then remember the big action scene with Drew Barrymore and she's like shooting the fireballs at the end. And there's even a guy on a golf cart and she just like blasts him to hell and all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
None of that.
Mhm, yeah.
but you don't get any of these cool like action sequences. Like
No,
Mhm.
just it's all visual
Mhm.
effects too. So it doesn't look as it's not real. It's not like real, like a practical they used in the original movie.
And the Native American fellow we interviewed.
Yeah, how the hell do you say his name? I saw some guy comment in our video how he butchered his name. How do you pronounce it? Michael Grayus?
I think I said Greyhound Bus. I don't know. Or Greyhound.
I'm like, how? Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it. Like we butchered his name apparently.
He's
He
like,
made
go to
it sound like it was gray
howtopronouncanames.com,
eyes.
so
Huh?
I go to howtopronouncanames.com. It's a real website. So
We'll just call him Michael G Money.
Yeah. I think the guy said it was gray eyes, but
Gray eyes. So we just said
I couldn't
Grayus.
tell by what it's yeah, exactly.
Okay, anyways.
He was like, oh, you guys didn't mention him. He was the best part. And I was like, really? He like
Yeah.
showed up on screen for 2 minutes, didn't say anything. And
he was just a Native American Terminator. That was his role.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, there's
I
nothing
know.
to him. There's nothing to fucking say about a person that says absolutely nothing in
Right.
the fucking movie.
Yeah.
oh, I want you to write that down on a piece of paper. We're going to make a movie with that title, Native American Terminator.
Yeah. I think in a few scenes he's like, yes. And other scenes he's like, Charlie. And then no. Yeah.
Hmm.
George C. Scott was way better in the original. That
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
He was actually had personality.
I almost watched it, like it was there because I have Peacock. I was like, I might watch it, but then everybody on Letterboxd was just like everything I heard, like nobody had anything good to say about it. It was just like, no, don't even bother, and this and that and the other stuff. I mean, I might watch it, but it's not like a priority watch for me.
Who do you think is better? I don't know the actress's name. The little girl from Pennywise and American Horror Story, or Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore.
Mhm.
Million times better. And she was younger too. I think Drew Barrymore was like 7 or 8 in the original. And then this actress is probably like, what, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
The little girl has a future in horror movies, though, because she could be like a future Scream Queen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, no way. She was, really great in this movie. It's not as convincing as Drew Barrymore.
But watch the original Firestarter, and even the original Firestarter, I'm like, I don't love it, but I like it. But I will take the original any day.
We reviewed Firestarter the other day,
Mhm.
and Uncle Logan had his name, the dad's name wrong. He was calling him Keith David, and I was like, holy shit.
It's David Keith.
It's David Keith. Yeah.
To the backwards.
Isn't Keith David the black guy from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
who I was picturing when I said it.
And the actor that played the dad in the first Firestarter, David Keith.
Yeah.
Not Keith David.
Yeah.
I had to cut that part out.
Yeah, we always usually butcher a name or two whenever we're talking about something.
Can we,
Part of the fun.
What do you guys think of Avatar?
They waited too long.
It looks like it looks like Horizon Forbidden West to me. It just looks like a video game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't that impressed.
It'll be big. It'll be big.
I'm like, visually it's gonna be awesome to see probably in theater, but I don't know. I don't remember the last movie all that much. So I'm like,
Yeah, they're releasing it. The first one in September.
I wasn't that impressed. I think I like the other trailers they showed before the movie over Avatar.
It's gonna be huge because it's an experience you got to see in the theater with the new 3D technology and all that too. People are gonna go. That's what I think.
Didn't we go to the first one and I fell asleep?
No, I went with my Oliver in like 2009 when
I thought I went with you.
No, that's funny. Fell asleep.
I honestly
No, we saw Prometheus. That's probably what you're thinking of.
that's another pretty bad one.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks more visual, obviously, but we'll see. The music sounded pretty cool to me in the background of it. And there's some human character that's with him. So, well, we'll see what he does. I don't know. It's crazy that there's 3, 4, 5, 2.
And they're going all out because Disney World, they have like a whole Avatar world coming now or something.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, they're
If this flops, oh my God. Yeah, it's gonna be something.
Do you
I
have a
just
lot
don't
of
think
people
it
who
will.
love the original and they'll go see it 3, 4 times in the theater?
Yeah.
But I just think they waited way too long, honestly, because at the time the technology was groundbreaking, but now it's like we can see that stuff, like you're saying, it on video games, so it's not what it used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if what's supposed to happen with the 3D is still happening, but supposedly you're not have to wear glasses. It's going to be something. They're doing something with the screens.
It's just like the fucking Black Mirror episode. They're going to install a contact in your eye and it's going to be all 3D.
No, that'd be dope.
By the way, Logan, how are you doing in that game, Horizon?
I haven't been playing. I've been playing Evil Dead.
Okay.
I played through it a few hours, maybe. I liked it.
So good. I'm still working.
Yeah,
on it.
visually, it's a beautiful game. I got through the first part and it didn't save, and I died, and I had to start over again. Kind of pissed me off. I don't know why. I couldn't figure out why it's not auto saving, but yeah, the game's really cool.
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm at the Daunt. I think that's the last thing I remember. So I'm going pretty slow, but it's like it looks kind of like the desert, kind of like Arizona or something almost where I'm at.
You're not in Vegas yet?
Oh shit, you go to oh my God, no, I need to play more. You get towards Vegas? Damn.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas right now. And then
wow. Holy cow.
I won't spoil it for you, but it doesn't look up Vegas at first, but once
then you're like, holy shit, I'm in. Yeah. Wow. Awesome.
What genre would you want to see basically resurrected?
That's an easy one for me.
No,
Logan, you go first.
Oh, sorry. Slasher.
Well, did slashers really go away?
I mean, they do for a while. They come back for a few years, but I want to see good slasher genre return.
Oh, by the way, Micah Monroe's in a horror movie. I think I sent you
Yes.
the link. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer before the movie. It looked awesome. Very
Yeah.
excited.
Wait, which one is that?
It's called The Watcher.
Watcher.
Watcher. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Logan, what do you think of? Have you seen the trailer for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
I don't think so.
24. Yeah, Pete Davidson's in it.
Mm-mm.
The girl from Shiva Baby, Rachel Sennott. Yeah, it looks all right. It looks very new generation. There's all like words like toxic and gaslighting and all that stuff.
Okay.
Lee Pace is in it, I guess.
Yeah, Lee Pace
So I
is-
was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. That trailer looked pretty different. But yeah. Well, I can see some of those whiny bitches get killed in the movie.
I was gonna say, it's like the only reason I went and saw House of Wax in the theaters was to see Paris Hilton die on a big screen, and we got to.
I think
We made it
everyone.
nice.
Yeah.
You could say it's quite the simple life.
See, I want that level of slasher to return, like the early 2000s slasher, like House of Wax you're talking about.
Oh, well, I mean, we had that brief comeback in the early 2000s, House on Haunted Hill, Hills Have Eyes.
Texas Chainsaw.
Right. And now it's
Texas
died
Chainsaw.
off because no one, I don't think we'll ever get late 70s, early 80s slasher ever again.
No, that's all I want though.
No, I'm with you on that.
For me, I want to see westerns come back, like that Jonathan Majors movie that was on Netflix. Like if they would
Tomorrow
make,
They Fall.
yeah, like if
Yeah,
they
I
would
like
make
that movie.
westerns, that'd be awesome. And this is not really a genre, but I kind of miss it. I miss like 30-year-olds playing 15-year-olds. I kind of
Yeah.
think it'd be cool.
Oh,
There you go.
you have to watch not all of it. Maybe just like the first half hour. You got to watch Dear Evan Hansen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, only because Ben Platt is like 35 years old, and they stupidly don't cast the extras who are playing high school students like around the same age. They
Mhm.
cast actual high school looking students. So you have this guy who's like 35 with a ton of makeup on,
Oh, man.
walking around with
Yeah.
these kids who look like 15-year-olds. I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
Oh shit!
Dr.
It's on
Strange-
HBO Max.
Like Doctor Strange, if it were made in the 90s, Chavez would have been like a way different looking actor, like 35. It would have been
It's
Jennifer.
been Rosie Perez.
Exactly.
What about you, Bob? What genre do you want back?
Man, now hitting it on the Western, but I mean, honestly, I was a fan of Westerns for a long time, and Tombstone was kind of the last one I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember really liking.
Mhm.
Then Yellowstone, thanks to Logan and Henry and like
gotta watch
20
it.
other people who have it, I finally finished it. And
Good?
it's really freaking good, dude. Yeah, it's Sopranos with cowboys. It's,
Oh, which movie is this?
no, that's Yellowstone, the show Yellowstone.
Oh, Yellowstone. Okay.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Like,
Speaking of westerns and Raimi, you guys have seen The Quick and the Dead, right?
oh yeah.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite westerns. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah.
You guys see 310 to Yuma?
The
Yeah.
original or the
I-
one with Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I like that one. Badass. Yeah, Christian Bale and him are great.
And
Seriously,
they had Posse.
Tombstone is the most perfect one for me every time. Tombstone, just or Unforgiven's a badass one too.
And I remember Posse is one.
Oh, yeah, it was with Mario Van Peebles and
yeah. Pam Grier was in it. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say it was the
Oh my
black
God.
exploitation cowboy movie.
Yeah.
I forgot about Posse.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
And
is a good one.
wasn't Alec Baldwin's brother in it? The one from The Usual Suspects?
Stephen
Oh,
Baldwin.
Billy or Stephen Baldwin, probably.
Yeah.
Like, if it paid his rent that week, I'm sure he was in it.
And I
Man,
was
you know what?
thinking,
I wish there were more Dolomite films. Like, I want more bad movies, like so bad it's funny movies. You know what I mean?
wait, are you talking about the original or the Eddie? I almost
No,
said
no,
Eddie
the
Murphy.
original Dolomites. I'm
Okay.
talking. Look, real, I would love a good. The stuff I like now have sort of like turned into different things. Like I love a true crime story, but that's never going to go anywhere. And now it's become a really popular thing. Whereas something as simple as Westerns has gone by the wayside. It's kind of hard. Like I'd love to see a very good, like practical effect type sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know, just something like that. Even Looper was great, and you don't get many things like Looper. That was so like it was really in-depth sci-fi without having to do much.
Oh, I really want 80s and 90s action movies to come back really badly. Not like, I like the Marvel guys, I like the actors, but it's Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, it's not the same as Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Like those guys look like they can kick ass. Like I'm not saying
no, but I get it. There's
like I always say the only actor around right now that has that 80s, 90s swagger,
The Rock,
is he's all right. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he looks good, but he doesn't have that swag. Is Gerard Butler.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
Who?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Oh, yeah.
And
especially in 300, you really felt.
Yeah. Or even
bourbon and bad choices.
I think Hemsworth would be like a badass, like if they made him like an action star, kind of modeled him of the, Schwarzenegger and Stallone back in there. I could see him doing it because you can be funny.
You're never gonna get those kind of movies again. You're not gonna get movies
No.
where like sex and women are exploited.
Exactly.
And
I mean, the closest thing I've got to it was Crank.
Oh, I love
Literally,
that.
he's banging women in a. Have you ever seen those movies, Kev?
Yo, Jason Statham.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
now mind you, he doesn't look like. I mean, he's a great action star, but that's I think the closest we're gonna get for a bit. Like, he needed friction, so he bangs the girl in Little China, or on like what was it, in the middle of a Kentucky Derby, or in a horse
Amy
racing
started
track.
the rodeo. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just it was no, like I know what you mean though. Like I loved Last Boy Scout. Always thought that was a great movie, really underrated action film. But yeah, you're going with the Rocky series of a legitimate guy. Like, I don't know. Maybe we hit a next like I don't know, because if you look at the action stars now, yeah, we got Cena, we got Rock, but they both came from the wrestling world. I think Hemsworth could be a monster.
You said you were watching Atlanta too, right?
Oh yeah, man. You see tonight's episode? You see Thursdays?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's 10. I thought it was 8, but it's 10 episodes.
Okay.
I thought because we were supposed to do something this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then,
You guys should do a review of it.
oh yeah, I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible, and I know Donald Glover gets pissed when people talk about comparing about him and Dave. Atlanta blows Dave out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dave too. I do like Dave. I think that's a good show, but Atlanta's on another level. The season has been incredible. So
I might be one episode behind. The last episode I saw was the black and white episode where the kid was trying to he was passing.
Yes. No, that was the one. Yeah, that was like
That's the most recent one.
Yes.
Okay.
Season
you notice, I just thought the questions they were asking were hilarious. Like, what colors are Wendy's napkins?
And that guy died.
Yeah.
You heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a podcaster who basically teaches guys how to be men and basically, avoid falling to the female nature and pratfalls. And he was in the episode of Atlanta and he's dead. He just died recently, this last week, I think, right?
Yeah, this week.
Yeah, but it's that episode with the kid that the nanny watched and they go to the funeral. That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the 3rd season, right?
Yeah, and the 4th season comes out in September, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm. Then they're done.
Because they're all famous. Everyone Paperboy's famous, Lakeith Stanfield's famous, Zazie Beetz is famous, Donald Glover's famous. So we're all good to go. Shoot higher.
And the judges, they were supposed to be like the 3 crows from Dumbo. That's the vibe I got.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh really?
I like the ending too. That he did the right thing and he still didn't get the scholarship.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it on the individual interview, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a
great.
good show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys watch it or no?
I'm in 2 episodes in the 2nd season.
Oh, the second. Did you see the Teddy Perkins episode?
Yes, you see Teddy Perkins?
I'm not sure.
Who goes
to
that mansion? Is it Paperboy or Keith Stanfield?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yes, okay, yes. I always get that mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a standalone episode with Paperboy when he gets lost in the forest, right?
Yeah, that's one I mentioned to Logan. Logan, you would like that one. It's like a slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Paperboy, I know it's a comedy show, but that episode is like a horror movie where he gets lost in the woods. He comes across a crazy person someone is like, "I'll gut you like a fish" or whatever, and it's really weird.
And plus, that show just reaffirmed my crush on that girl who played Domino.
Oh, Zazie Beetz, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's good in that show too.
We joked about this before, Logan, but her name sounds like a brand of headphones.
It does.
And that cameo, man, the cameo when Paperboy basically.
Oh yeah, I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Is this like a weekly where they release episodes, or do they release it all at once like Netflix does?
Weekly.
Weekly.
Yeah, it's an FX show.
So what
Hulu.
episode is it on now for the newest season?
It just finished 9, 10. The season finale is on this Thursday coming up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys should
Great.
review that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna review it. And then the final season is in September. We don't even have to wait that long because they filmed it all at once.
That's smart. They're all
Yeah.
busy, I can imagine.
Yeah, as I said, yeah, they don't need it anymore. They're all famous.
I didn't know who Brian Tyree Henry was until that show was out.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Now when I see him in Turtles and anything else, I'm like Paperboy.
Exactly. All of a sudden, he's in Godzilla. He's in Godzilla vs. Kong. He's one of the Eternals.
Child's Play movie.
Yeah. He's in Bullet Train, which looks phenomenal. If you haven't seen the
Bullet. I want to see Bullet Train real bad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
It looks really good, honestly.
Got
It
pushed
looks like a
back again,
fever
I guess.
dream movie.
It's like a what movie?
A fever dream movie. Things
Yeah.
happen for no damn reason. They come up out of just
Random.
like almost smoking aces on a train.
It got pushed back again like a couple days ago. I saw not that very far, I don't think. But
That trailer will get you hyped for sure.
it's from the director of Deadpool 2, right?
yeah,
That'll be
the
good.
John Wick dude.
Oh,
right.
what's the movie that you guys would watch forever? I think that was one of the questions.
Yeah, Bob, why did you think of that one? That's a tough one.
Just because, so I still have 3 decent boxes full of DVDs, and I have one bookcase that's already put together full of Blu-rays. And I was talking with someone, and she goes, "You have all those movies. Do you watch all of them?" I was like, "Yeah, I watched some of them." She's like, "Is there one you could watch for the rest of your life?" And I seriously sat there, and that's literally when I texted you guys, "You can watch one movie for the rest of your life," because our tastes are all so different, obviously, from one another's, but our tastes all vary, and we're very specific with what we like. Is there one movie that fills almost all of your cinematic needs? Oh, well, if you say AI, Kev, I
Yeah.
swear to Christ.
No, it's actually pretty easy, and I tell all my friends this. I watch this movie even if it's on cable when they censor out all the language and the violence, and I still watch it. I have the Blu-ray, and I can easily just get the Blu-ray and put it into the machine, but I will watch it wherever it picks up. It's right behind Henry's head.
Goodfellas?
They live.
Goodfellas.
Oh,
They Live is good. They Live is good, but it's Goodfellas. I can watch that anytime. Anytime. Oh, Armando's coming up.
Come on back.
So that's mine. How about you guys?
I'm sure you guys can guess my movie.
Were you going to go Lost Boys?
Maybe.
I was
Well,
thinking
maybe.
it's got to be either Lost Boys
Either that or
Halloween.
Goonies.
Bob got it. Lost Boys are Halloween. Yep. Pretty much.
How do you feel about the new Lost Boys?
Okay. The news?
The new one, the new Lost Boys. They're remaking it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
excited. No. No, I don't want it. They're just gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Can't recreate that magic. Plus, you can't find a bulking saxophone player like that anymore.
Well, he's still doing it. He's still out there doing it.
It's still not the same. He's
We
old
still
now.
believe.
Yeah,
He
we
still
all believe.
believes.
Yeah, and then
Armando,
I'd say the Goonies too, for sure.
Armando.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
What's
just
up?
saying,
Yeah.
So if you can basically bring back any genre or film that's really not popular anymore, what would you do?
Honestly, I feel like I miss those R-rated comedies, the ones like
Okay.
anything from the 2000s. I was really into those.
There you go, Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Henry agree. Yeah. That's
Okay. Good.
And also, the other one you missed was what genre director would you like to direct a MCU or DC movie? A crazy director that obviously wouldn't do because they would be withheld from their full vision.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I thought about the lady that did Titan, the one about the lady that had sex with the
Oh
car.
yeah, it's body
Oh,
horror. Yeah.
yeah, I think she would do good with that. But again, I think for her to do something good, she
wouldn't
would
be
have
able
to
to do
have
it.
no, they wouldn't let her do it. No, she's too wild.
What
for
movie
them
would
to
you do that for? What character?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just know. I just thought of a director. I don't know what, but it has to be something like. I feel like something that like something like kind of a Doctor Strange kind of thing. Something horror. She would be very good with. Yeah, like something in that vein. I think she would be really really
Giving
good
birth
with.
to a baby, half car.
Yeah.
So wait, who else didn't say anything about favorite movie? Yes.
Let me say, like if I'm gonna choose something to watch, like for the one movie for the rest of my life, I wanted to check off all the marks. I wanted to have action. I wanted to have heart. I wanted to have comedy. Maybe good cinematography.
All right, which Tyler Perry movie?
Oh, don't do that to me.
Waiting
I
for
gotta
it.
laugh. I
Medea
gotta
goes
pray.
where?
I gotta cry.
I'm gonna say Spider-Man 2. That's been one of my favorite movies since I was a kid, and I still love it. And it's, every once in a while they'll show it on TBS or TNT, and I do find myself watching it. So, and to me, it has all those things I checked off. Not a Tyler Perry movie.
That's a genre. There's a genre director. MCU.
Can Tyler Perry please do Luke Cage?
And the genre is bad movie.
You have to put Medea in there.
I know exactly how he would do it too. That's the sad thing.
He's got a
Have
formula.
my name badge from Blockbuster that when we were close to closing, I put Tyler Perry Presents and then my name because I didn't care what anyone thought. So my name badge said Tyler Perry Presents Bob. I wanted to do that with every other job I had. I think my answer changed after he brought up Tombstone. I can watch that movie any time. Like, I love that fucking movie.
You got to watch Val. That movie,
Yeah.
that documentary. You love it.
Yeah, I have to watch it.
Yeah. If you like Val, it seems like you like Val Kilmer.
I like Val Kilmer. I don't know if it's I like him or I just like a lot of the projects he's been in.
Yeah.
Like that. Top Secret's another one that he was really good in. But I mean, there's nothing better than Val Kilmer became something else when he becomes Doc Holliday. Like that.
How about The Island of Dr. Monroe?
Oh, I hated that movie.
Which one?
Island
The
of Dr. Monroe.
With
I did like
Brando.
Ghost in the Darkness though. That was really cool.
Yeah.
What about The Saint? You guys remember
The
that
Saint
one?
wasn't
Bad,
terrible.
yeah, him and Elizabeth Shue.
That was good.
No, I thought it was. Who the hell was it? Never mind. Kim Basinger was in a different movie with it.
The Doors. Jim Morrison. I thought he was
Yeah,
excellent.
that's probably
You're
one of
right.
his-
Actually, Val Kilmer might be a better actor than we all give him credit for.
He was in
Yeah.
a ton of movies. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Batman.
You guys forgot about my favorite one, Heat,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Badass role. Yeah.
95. Him and
Yeah.
Pacino and De Niro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that,
good director too. Michael Mann for an MCU.
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
Shooting digital.
Michael Mann for Doctor Doom.
Wait, directing it or being Dr. Doom?
Doctor Doom. Well, no, whenever I see Michael Mann in something, I know it's just gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Henry, what movie you got?
I'd have to say my top three, Goodfellas, Back to the Future, or Dazed and Confused, just because it's a good movie, plus has a great soundtrack, comedy, pretty much everything involved. I don't know. I love that movie. So those three are mine.
No,
Back
I'm
to the
glad you
Future,
mentioned
Goodfellas.
Dazed and Confused. I never saw the sequel to it. Or just-
It's not that bad actually. It's obviously it doesn't touch Dazed and Confused, but it's pretty good. It takes place like a decade, the 80s.
Oh, what was it called again?
Everybody wants some, I think.
Oh, that's
That's an
that's a
actual
prequel?
sequel. I always thought it was an
That's a
unofficial.
sequel?
That's the spiritual sequel.
Oh,
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that movie. That movie was, what's his name?
Yeah.
That Russell Wyatt.
Yeah. Yep. Russell Wyatt's in it, and the guy that's gonna be, or shit, who is it? The guy that plays fucking Superman now.
Henry Cavill.
No, not that
No, he
Superman.
means
The
from the
CW
show.
one. Yeah, the show one. The dark-haired guy. He's in that.
And that
But,
girl and Zoe Dutch from The Outfit is in it too.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that-
Richard Linklater. It's like a spiritual sequel. Yep.
I have never even heard of this movie. I had to look it up. Huh.
It's worth
they're
watching.
they're
I liked
baseball
it.
Players, right? They were on
Yeah.
a scholarship or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Takes
movie.
place in college. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool. And what about you, Armando?
Let me see. I don't know. There's so many. Like it's like I don't know. It's hard to pick one movie, but
I got another one that would tie up while Armando's thinking real quick.
Yeah.
Death to Smoochie. Another fantastic movie that I could watch anytime because of Robin Williams' genius in it.
I love that movie.
it's on a lot. So I really enjoy watching it, but I would say Die Hard. Like it's a very simple show to me, but I love Die Hard. Like it's on a lot nowadays, and like when it's on, like it's a good background noise. It's somewhere I can never get annoyed by watch. I love Bruce Willis in it. It's just a fun movie. Every time it's on, it just it moves. Like there's good action. I think all the characters are really good in it. I love that was like when Bruce Willis like really tried too, and like he was like relatable, and you could be like, I know like now he has issues and it's sad like he had to retire and everything, but like there was a time like when he was at the peak, he was like so good, like he really like committed, he like really put himself into those roles, and I thought he made like that character very like relatable in a way, like he just was like a regular guy, and like he just got hurt like a regular person. Like that's what was so different compared to like a lot of those action movies of that time. Like he wasn't a superhero. It was just like a guy, just a regular guy that was just getting into all this trouble.
I was talking about that movie the other day, and I love the scene where Hans pretends to be an American and he gives him the gun, and
that scene is so good. Yeah,
and he's like, "There's no guns in the gun. There's no bolts in the gun. What do you think? It's stupid." That was great.
Yeah, that seems so good. I was like the part when I forget his name, but the guy that works with his wife, and he's trying to make a deal with Hans, like, oh, I can do all these things for you. He's like, they don't care about you. I can make sure I can do all kind of deals. And that part is so like every scene in that movie. I think anytime Alan Rickman is in it, like it's just like he's a really great villain in that movie. I thought he really did such a good job. And I remember that was like one of the first, like that may have been like the first time I know that he was like, oh, this guy like really was like an actor everybody paid attention to. But I just think that I even like the sequels, but I think that's the one where if I'm gonna pick something, that one or Die Hard with a Vengeance. I love that.
I love Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah. Like him and Samuel L. Jackson are so good in that movie. It's always on cable, so there was a part the other day. I like the part when he's driving, they have to steal this taxi to go across the street, and this white guy gets in the car. He's like, "Hey, drive me to wherever," and the guy just stared at him, and then he's like, "What? So white people? So what? You don't like white people?" And he just drives them, and the guy just looks so sick, and he's lost after he drives them across.
I like when they're trying to figure out that one.
Oh, the 2-gallon and 3-gallon
of the car, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, do you know the president of the United States was the 34th?" And the guy's like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, one of those two. I think if I have to pick one movie, I could one or the other works for me.
What about Will Smith? They might replace him as the genie in Aladdin.
I guess.
Why did we do
Oh,
a sequel?
I didn't give a shit about the. Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page.
I didn't see the first one, and I didn't really care to see it. So I'm like, whatever.
The ultimate justice would be to put Chris Rock as the genie.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Armando. I haven't seen it, so I didn't really give a shit either.
It wasn't bad, but the thing is they don't need a sequel.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, I know the first one, it made a lot of money, so they're like, okay, we gotta follow it up, but I don't know. I just had no interest to watch that one. I was like, they already made an animated one. I didn't really see the need.
Yeah, the
Just going back
animated
to
one.
what we said earlier, like directors who should direct a Marvel or a DC movie. Guy Ritchie doing a Kingpin movie.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
I can see
hell
that.
yeah. Good job, man.
Can we still have D'Onofrio be Kingpin?
Yeah.
You'd have to be British. If it's Guy Ritchie. Not really, but
The Gentleman just hit
Ray Winstone.
Netflix. I might watch that.
Colin Farrell.
You never seen the,
Yeah.
never seen the,
I've never seen The Gentleman.
Oh my god, Colin Farrell was awesome in that movie.
Isn't there a series coming? Based
They're
on the
making
drama?
one. I think they're
Okay.
making one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you would have to have Brad Pitt make a cameo as the guy who was in Snatch.
You like dogs, eh?
Where he speaks so cackney, you don't know what he's saying.
Did anyone besides me watch Uncharted?
No, yeah, I haven't
I
seen it
watched
yet.
it.
Thank
We were going to last night, and then we're like,
Mm.
nah.
It was, yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
You want to
Are you
talk
the
gonna
most
use
part.
the term generic?
Watered down Indiana Jones.
about phones in performance? Mark Wahlberg as Sully. That was
Talk
Yeah.
about phoning in a performance, huh?
When he got the mustache, it was, oh man, it gave me all the feels. No, not at all. I was like, what the fuck is
They
that?
tricked him into doing
Terrible
the movie.
casting.
They
Yeah.
tricked him. They're like, it's about some firefighters in Boston. Or some
Oh, my
mob
name's
movie.
Sully. All right.
Say hi to your
Made
mother
for
for
that
me.
shit, bro.
I'm Marky Mark. Say hi to your mother for me.
Yeah, no, bad. I like Tom Holland, and yeah, this was.
he's
just
not.
like,
I like Tom Holland, but he's not.
yeah, no, he's definitely not. I like the cameo though.
What's up?
Like, I like the cameo on the beach.
Yes, the what's his name? The guy who voices Drake.
Yeah, Nolan North. Yeah,
That's my thing with Mark Wahlberg. It's like he had a time he could have been like doing really good movies, and then he just kind of plays the same thing every movie to me now, where I'm just like,
Mhm.
I don't really see like I think when he's given a chance, he can do something like really special. It's like he just plays the same bumbling like idiot to me
Yeah.
in like everything, and I'm like, of course, like I'm not shocked that this didn't this. Nobody I know has ever said this movie was good. I was just like, oh, well, again, we've said it before. If this is like on FX in like 3 years, that's the only way I'm probably gonna watch it. I mean,
We'll be on FX by the end of the year.
okay.
Even when it was Planet of the Apes, you had that look like monkeys with spears. What's going on? Like,
Let's see. I'll tell you guys what I've been watching. Better Call Saul final season. Been keeping up with that from
How
week
is
to
it?
week.
Yeah, I'm
Really
watching
good.
that too. I love
Really
this
good so
movie.
far. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all this is like the ending, so you can tell like some big stuff's happening before our eyes here. Yeah, you should definitely this
many-
one I think they're doing 7 and 7. They're splitting it up
Yeah.
into 2 parts.
I think it's like one or two more, and then they take a break and then come back in July. I think
July.
Oh, they're taking a
Yeah.
break.
they're taking a break
Yeah.
until
Okay.
July. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I like how it's going so far. It's really, really well done. Like every episode, I just have a good time with. Like, I think at some point I kind of gave up on that show, just being like to follow. Okay, I have to follow the plot. It's just like I just follow it for vibes. Like it's just vibes now. It's just a lot of stuff just happening. Like I just like Saul just being a con man, just doing stuff. Like none of it really. Like I just like because it's just random stuff. It's not like big. Or it has to be big epic stuff. It's just like
Right.
minor.
Simple
think-
shit with him and
Simple
the
stuff.
other guy, Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Yeah.
That thing with the prostitute.
Oh,
was
that was funny as shit. Yes, I know.
Yeah, but no, I like it. I think if they end, if it continues on the momentum that it's on, I think
Mhm.
I think it's gonna do something. It could end on a really satisfying note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Couple other shows. Winning Time ended last week. Really recommend that to you guys. Really awesome.
Yeah,
I
so
love
the
what
first
they did
episode,
there.
I liked it.
Yeah. John C. Reilly. You can tell like this role meant a lot to him. He like was honored to play Jerry Buss, and he's having a great time doing it, and had some really great moments towards the end of the season there with his mom, Sally Field, plays with Sally Field. They had some really good scenes together. But yeah, the show's awesome. Like I didn't really I knew the Lakers were big and all that, but this really like brings it to my attention, like the dynasty they started. And Magic Johnson is a rookie in it, and basically he loses out the MVP to, I can't remember who the other rookie is, but he loses out, or not a rookie, but he loses out to I think Dr. J in during the regular season. But then he ends up winning the MVP in the final season as a rookie. So but I liked all the actors there. I like seeing that guy from the Wire was in it too with the drug problem.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
One of the other
he was
players on
good.
the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched most of it. I still need to. I didn't get to see the last one, but yeah, so far I was into it. It's a really solid show.
Yeah. Definitely check that out on
Yeah.
HBO Max. And it's coming back for a second season. It had so much success, so it's worth checking
Yeah.
out. A couple other things. Ozark, we finished that. Me and Logan
Yeah, I
reviewed
finished that too.
last season. What'd you think?
It was good. I like it. I think I didn't. The one thing, like, I get why they did the thing at the end. Something happened to a character that my mom and I, because we watched it together, and she didn't like a certain thing. Like, it made sense to the story, but I was like, no, I didn't like how a certain thing happened. But as a whole ending, I liked it. It kept me invested. I thought the actors did a great job. I thought the way the story ended, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. It ended at a good point. It fit the tone. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they probably could have done more of it. Like, it was like a very quick ending. I was like, they could do more seasons of it, but I know Netflix, they're always like, no, you only get like 3 or 4 seasons and it's over. But I did like how it ended. I just always like the fun of that show to me is just how there's always a mess that has to be cleaned up, and then another one, and then another one, and then Jason Bateman has to basically just pretend like he knows everything. And then my mom was like, no, she wanted Wendy to die. She was like, she has to go. And I was like, yeah, because like, I thought she was great, and I like that at least she didn't have to play, because I feel like on a lot of these shows, the women characters always like, oh no, they got to be support, and they have to, they don't really get a lot to do. So I thought the fact that she was also involved in a way, it at least gave it something refreshing to like the kind of story it was telling. But yeah, as a whole, I did like, I liked how it ended. It was a really good finale, and I thought how I was just invested. Like, it's one of those shows. I wouldn't put it on the top tier of TV to me, but it was a show when it was on. It was reliable. It was good storytelling. I thought, every season, like when I caught up with it, it was always doing something that at least always kept me around. I thought the acting was good. I hope Julia Gardner does more stuff, because she's always good. Ruth is always fun to watch. So I mean, I hope she gets more stuff to do after this, because she was so good. She was always consistently the best part of that show for me.
Have you seen The Assistant?
I still need to see it.
Yeah, that movie was all. I'm a fan of Julia Garner. I've never watched Ozark, but she was awesome in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I still need to watch it.
That out.
But she's so good on Ozark. Like, I thought she did a really great job. Like, cause she's like a real character. Like, she's not like Jones. She's just there to say wacky stuff. She's like grounded, but you can see like where sometimes like she works as comic relief. But I always felt like she did also was good. Like, as far as as the show progressed, like she did really like change and like have like the stuff that was happening to her, like you really felt for her. It wasn't just some regular hillbilly in the area. She was like, oh no, she's somebody that like actually like is figuring into the plot. She's not like an idiot. She just didn't have anybody that really helped her with stuff, and like she didn't have like a good like support system. So like there was a lot I thought she did with the character that made it fun to watch. Yeah, but I think like if anybody hasn't watched it, it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, easy binge watch for sure. It's a show that when it came on, you finish it within a couple days. At least that was my experience.
Yeah,
I was into it, invested every season.
Yeah.
Barry too is another one that's just came back, so I've been watching that.
Yeah,
it's been different this season.
Yeah.
So far, more serious. What happens at the end of the second season kind of sets the tone for this one, but yeah, it's pretty interesting anyway, what they're doing with everybody, and it's good. Bill Hader's really good.
I need to watch that.
I'm gonna check out American Horror Stories. That's coming back.
Yeah, except for that. How about you, Niall? What are you watching?
I'm doing Atlanta, and then I'm actually kind of rewatching the old American Horror Stories. Remember they had the kid in the woods and the parents go looking for him?
Yeah,
Love that.
it's a great one.
And that's who guest starred that, or who was the actor?
Cody Fern.
Yeah, that's who it was. Somebody we didn't really see in American
It was
Horror Story.
it was like an X-Files episode.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's really it. I'm so behind on Ozark anyway, so it'll be a long time before I catch up.
Yeah, I finished Moon Knight, which didn't care for. Got a few episodes left of Tokyo Vice on HBO Max. It's
How was
really,
that?
really excellent. Love it.
Yeah.
So far, good crime drama. Highly recommend it. Probably review that this week. Just checked out Firestarter, which wasn't very good. Been watching The Staircase on HBO Max, which has been really good. It was a podcast about that case. If you guys aren't familiar with it,
Isn't it?
Colin
No.
Firth and Tony Collette.
Oh, nice.
Also,
Yeah.
a
And it's-
documentary on Netflix.
Yeah,
Huh?
I was gonna say there's already a documentary. It sounds like kind of a wacky story. Like people think that it was the husband, but something else.
It was like, she was found dead at the bottom of the staircase. We find out it's related to an owl that
Yeah,
was up in the
That's
attic.
been the big
found
theory as
some
of
stuff.
late.
The
is,
theory,
could be
yeah,
an
but he was Colin Firth is playing Michael Peterson. He was like a crime novelist, and he's accused of killing his wife, and his wife, Tony Collette, falls down the stairs, and they find her, and it's a big ordeal. The case goes on for like 16 years,
wow.
Yeah.
long
Okay.
time.
So
Yeah, I've been
there's
watching
probably
that.
flashbacks to them when she was still alive and stuff.
Yeah.
Like giving you okay.
And it kind of shows you what happened. Tony
Right.
Collette falls.
Mhm.
Been watching that, but I'm gonna watch the next show. I'm gonna be checking out Winning Time. You guys have been talking about.
Mhm.
HBO Max has been putting out some winners, that's for sure. And most of the shows I've been watching. Then I checked out The Offer, first few episodes on Paramount Plus, Making of the Godfather. Excellent show.
I need to
Yes,
send you the latest episode too.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And then going to see Men on Thursday, A24 flick.
I saw. Yeah, I checked out Manhunter with Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter. I thought that was. pretty-
Oh, the old school.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I need to watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, Tom Noonan plays the Tooth Fairy, and I thought he was way better than Ray Fiennes, who did it in
Awesome.
the 2002.
Yeah, 2002. Yeah,
Yeah, did you see it, Armando? Do you see Manhunter?
I did. I saw that movie years ago, but I thought Tom Noonan was really
Yeah,
good in that movie.
Creepy.
He's like intense. I was like, no, he literally felt like a guy that got off the street, and he could have literally played a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Manhunter.
It's the first in the Silence of the Lamb series.
Yep. Isn't it the guy from CSI?
Yeah. William Peterson. Yeah.
And, Joan Allen's in it too.
Mhm.
Oh, damn. She's from me and Logan's hometown, Rochelle, Illinois. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you guys said Tom Noonan. He was the guy that played the Frankenstein in Monster Squad. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. He played Monster Squad.
I mean, yeah, I can see it now. As you say that, I see it now. I just never noticed that because I never read the credits or anything.
Huh. Never seen Manhunter. I've checked that out.
Yeah, check it out. Especially
What's as far as Hannibal Lecter, Brian Cox, like probably totally different than
Oh yeah, it's totally different.
yeah.
Anthony Hopkins is better than him. Yes.
Yeah.
But he's still, it's still Brian Cox.
Right.
He's not really in the movie that much either.
Yeah.
It's not really about like I guess they kind of upped the ante on the role with Anthony Hopkins because it's
Yeah.
But he's not really in this version. Lecter's really not in it that much.
Yeah.
Just
Gotcha.
enough. What else am I watching? I'm gonna check out Men too. I'm gonna see this movie. This French movie that came out. It's called The Happening.
Oh yeah. This is
Oh, really?
that
Like
abortion
that one?
movie. Yeah.
It's about in the 60s, abortion was illegal
Yeah.
in France, and this girl wants to get an abortion. I think it's just about the journey to get it. I'm probably gonna see it Tuesday.
Okay.
After I finish Boba Fett, which I'll talk about, I'm gonna start Yellow Jackets. So
Oh, yeah.
Boba Fett's
Yeah.
awesome. I like Boba Fett a lot. That train chase was amazing.
Yeah.
Into what I was saying before, that these action sequences and these TV shows are just as good as anything on the big screen.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm on episode 5.
Nice. That ending's good.
The ending's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Just to watch movies. That's all I did last week. Like I have a bunch of DVDs. I need to start. Like I buy all these Blu-rays and DVDs. I just don't watch, and then I'm like, I was like, no, I gotta stop buying stuff for a while because I have like a whole collection. So I separated them and I was like, okay, let me see what's there. So I started just going through those. That's mostly what I did last week. But I watched Weird Science because I bought that. I bought the Arrow video version because it has like 3 versions on it. And it has like a theatrical, the extended version I watched, it was literally like 2 things that they add, and it has like an edited for TV version, but I haven't watched that one yet. But I love that movie. It's fun. Like that was one I used to watch all the time, like on the summer, like when they would show like on TNT or something, they would show it all the time. So okay, I'll watch it again. But that one I can always watch anytime. It's fun. Then I watched what else did I see? I watched The Wizard again because I bought that too a while ago. Yeah, I don't think it's not a particularly good movie, but it's one of those. I just like when they go to California and they go to the championships at the end. That part's really fun. And then they do the kid with the power glove. That part's pretty cool.
Fred Savage.
Yeah.
More innocent times.
Yeah.
Even back then, he was berating the cast. He was like 8. What would you know? You're a woman. But yeah, the Wizard, man, that classic. I grew up on that. I love that movie. I reviewed it a few years ago, I think. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, that was another when I grew up. I watched it like it was on cable all the time. So it was just
TBS.
I just always thought when it was on. So I was like, I have to. I was like, I found it. It was like they had a Shout Factory put out like a collector's edition of it. So I said, okay, just might as well. They had a sale. So I watched it. And like I said, I don't think it holds up as much as I remember, but it's still like one of those movies like you watch it and like because of the nostalgia, you still have like good memories of it. Like there's scenes in it that like I said, when they go to like a Universal Studios, it's one of those things like it like just feels good because like I can remember going there when I was a kid.
All nostalgic,
like, yeah, but that one I didn't mind. It's a good one. It's a good movie. It's a good watch. It just like parts of it don't really go anywhere. Like the part that I did like about it, like that was kind of interesting. Like there's the whole thing where like Bo Bridges and Christian Slater, they're like obsessed with they start getting more into the Nintendo. They start plugged into all these random places while they're working with Savage. And then Bo Bridges like, oh yeah, I gotta play this Nintendo. I'm on level 3. It's just fun. That part was just
funny. He wakes up from like a nap and his dad's playing it.
Yeah. But that's one to watch. I mean, I didn't mind it. It's always good to like when you go back to certain movies you haven't seen in a long time, and then you're like yeah, it just brings that everything just starts flooding back, you know.
Yeah, it's like kind of like some movies I rewatch. Like okay, maybe this is not as good as I remembered it, and then you watch it and it's like okay, this is why this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna see next. Whatever's on TV. Oh, another thing I've been watching. This isn't like a great show. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, you gotta stop everything to watch it. But I've been watching like all the Law and Orders, like the new ones. Like, and the most ridiculous one right now, and I enjoy it, but it's fun. It's getting better because it kind of had a lull for a while because they kind of dragged one of the stories out because they're trying to serialize it. But I've been watching Law and Order Organized Crime. And that one's just basically Christopher Maloney is undercover. Like each story he was undercover for a different one. And like now they have Dennis Leary as the bad guy. And he's basically part of a group of like corrupt cops. And they're called the Brotherhood. And they got to stop the Brotherhood because they're like also involved in like they're like involved with like some drug dealers and like the Marcy Projects, the Marcy Project killers. But like now the guy that runs the Marcy Project Killers, he like I want this to be a corporation. So we're no longer the Marcy Killers. We're the Marcy Corporation or something like that. So it's what it is. It's enjoyable. It's network TV. I mean, sometimes you need those shows to like something just for escapism. And I think that show's getting better. I don't know. It's a show that I like to watch every week. So
I'm going to be watching apparently. Well, I wanted to watch the Lakers show on HBO Max just because I like John C. Reilly, and plus, I mean that's Magic's rookie season. He plays all 5 positions in one of the games in the finals. So I'm a big basketball fan, so that should be good. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there that I'm trying to catch up on. I'm so far behind on a lot of shows, or didn't listen to people about some shows. So now I have to like take all of it into consideration. I've been watching New Girl. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad show. But other than that, the boys and I have watched, because they're here now. So we watched Best Leftovers Ever or something like that. It's on Netflix, where they actually make gourmet food out of leftovers from like restaurants and stuff. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bad Guys is streaming, so I think we're gonna watch that.
Oh, it's streaming. No, I didn't know it's streaming.
Yeah, it went to theaters for like a week and now it's streaming. There's a bunch of stuff that's streaming on Prime Video now. I mean, it's premium, like you actually have to pay to rent it, but I guess it all depends whether or not it's going to be more cost effective to have them watch it here where I have the food or going over there. But yeah, I think Bad Guys is going to be the next one I watch. Well, Old is on HBO Max. I haven't watched that yet.
No, you can skip that.
I don't have to see that one.
Four-door sedan. Or whatever the guy's name was.
Well, you were the one saying you miss comedies, so that might be a comedy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was my movie then.
All right, well, like Bob's Indian food, this thing came down on us a lot quicker than we thought, and it's time to end it. Bob, you know what that means. All right, but until next time, for episode 139 of the CinePhellas Podcast, I'm Niall. I was joined by my good CinePhellas, Bob, Armando, Henry, Kevin, and Logan. And until next time, Logan.